Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one, so today it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the... So, I picked up this portable inverter generator to supplement battery power for our camp trailer. We bought this about 2 weeks ago and took it to our hunting campsite for the first real test. It has only run for about 40 hours so far, but I have enough impressions to share. Once I remembered to start it in standard mode rather than eco mode, this portable inverter generator usually started on the second pull, and the pull starter is easy enough to handle. I did try it one morning at 14 degrees Fahrenheit and it took 4 pulls, but it fired up without much drama. The first big test was running the air conditioner. This portable inverter generator handled it easily, which surprised me a bit given its compact size. My goal was to run from about 5 in the evening until I went to bed around 10. During that stretch, it powered the furnace fan, 4 interior LED lights, and it was recharging the 12-volt battery that had been running the furnace and lights during the day. My wife stayed in the trailer, and the generator emitted a gentle purr that did not interrupt conversation or wake anyone. It sits under the awning to keep it out of rain and snow, and that setup worked well for us. The power usage gauge was a handy touch. It typically showed about 2 bars of usage, roughly 50%, and then would drop to 1 bar a bit later as the battery charging rate slowed. 5 hours of runtime used roughly 1 gallon of gasoline, which I consider pretty respectable for the amount I was pulling. I did run it for about 8 hours once, and it still showed 1 bar on fuel. The eco mode works well for light loads, but in my experience, I prefer farming the eco setting during the day, and using standard mode for longer runs or higher demand. I also appreciated the clear digital display that shows fuel level runtime and power output. Very convenient when you're trying to balance your campsite needs. Placement is another win. We put this generator under the trailer awning, and it stayed out of the worst weather while staying close enough to keep an eye on it. Inside the trailer, it is essentially a background hum, nothing that makes conversation difficult. The design is solid, and I really like the single control switch. There is no hunting for a choke or a fuel shutoff when you need to shut it down for storage and carburetor dry out. The unit weighs about 48 pounds when dry, which is not what I would call light, but it is manageable. The carry handle on top is a big plus, and I can move it onto the tailgate with one hand even at 78 years old. The ground was very wet when we set it up, so I placed rubber feet on 2x6 boards to keep it steady, and there was no wandering or vibration off the boards. I did change the oil twice during this early period and noted that the recommended oil change interval is about 25 hours of runtime after the initial break-in. There is no oil filter, which explains the shorter interval. All in all, I'm quite pleased with this generator so far. It is easy to start, easy to operate, pretty quiet, and it provides the power we need when camping. I would recommend this for camper use and similar setups.